Hello and good day, Mike Adcock here with an update on our tropical depression located just west of the Philippines. It's being named by Pagasa as Kiko, and Joint Typhoon Warning Center is numbering it 94W. This brief is based on the 9 Zulu JMA advisory package dated 5 August 2013. At 9 Zulu, the center of the depression was located 310 kilometers northwest of Puerto Princesa in the Philippines. Winds are 30 knots, gusting to 45, and it is moving to the west-northwest at 9 knots. Current pressure 1,004 hectopascal, not tracking any watches or warnings at this time. Of course, for storm information specific to your area, monitor the forecast and warnings issued by your local meteorological agency. Here is the 06 Zulu surface analysis from the JMA. You can see here is our depression just to the northwest of Palawan, and it is tracking away in toward the South China Sea. Essentially what we have here, pretty much the same setup as we've had the past few weeks. Subtropical ridge continues to ridge its way eastward, or westward rather, to have a high pressure cell just east of Taiwan. That's helping to limit northward progression, forcing the system toward the west. It is, though, being attracted to this weakness, a little bit of a trough of low pressure extending into China, and that is helping to drive it toward Hainan province and northern Vietnam. Here are your 9 Zulu weather plots in and around the depression. Not a whole lot out there since it is over the South China Sea. Some buoys and some ships are giving some reports of showers. Some thunderstorms well off to the northwest. The lowest pressure is over in Palawan, 1,005.4 hectopascal. The official JMA forecast on the depression continues it off toward the northwest and intensifying over the next 24 hours. By this time, 24 hours from now, expecting it to be 35 knots, gusting to 50. At that point, it would be named Mangkud, which is a Thai name for a kind of fruit. Pagasa is issuing advisories on it as well for Kiko. It is exiting the Philippine area of responsibility. Right now, though, Pagasa is expecting 5 to 15 millimeters of rainfall in and around the system, but no warnings at this time associated with the cyclone. Hong Kong is also issuing advisories, and again, a repeat of what we've been seeing the last few storms. Landfall there in Hainan province, as well as far northern Vietnam, again spreading heavy rain showers, flooding conditions for this part of the world. In terms of winds, none too extreme. Gusty winds, especially with the thunderstorms. Like I said, the biggest threat is going to be, again, heavy rainfall. And of course, JTWC not issuing any numbered advisories with it at this time. However, they do have a tropical cyclone formation alert, and that's based on just an improving structure with the system. A lot of thunderstorms being consolidated near the center of circulation now, and some scatterometry imagery indicating, some increasing winds. Becoming a well-defined circulation, so it's getting there, at least from JTWC's perspective. For our model guidance, again, continuing off toward the northwest, strikes for Hainan in about 2 days, 3 days time for northern Vietnam. Again, in and around the Hanoi area or to the northeast. Right now, the latest intensity guidance is pretty weak, and a lot of that is just because, it is a developing system. Early on, this guidance is going to be pretty flawed. So I do expect it to be a little stronger than this. Tropical storm strength seems very reasonable. As for anything above that, may see severe tropical storm like we saw with Jebi, but nothing too strong, at least at this time. For our Dvorak analyses across the board, looking at 1.5 for our final T's. That's based off of a 3/10 convection wrap on log 10. Here's the latest microwave imagery. This is just prior to 5 Zulu. Not a very good pass over it. do have some gustier winds with those thunderstorms to the northwest. There is one barb here indicating tropical storm strength. That may be associated with a gust. Hold off a little bit. I'd like to see how it continues to evolve, but maybe a little sooner rather than later in terms of upgrading it to a tropical storm. Water temperature still hanging around 28-29 degrees Celsius, and that's going to be pretty much for the entire track of the storm. Looking at, didn't get a 200 hectopascal analysis, but here at 300 hectopascal, right in the stage center is our depression. Some strong northeasterly winds, or generally strong, 35 knots over the system, so a little stronger for what we would like to see. At 200, it is a little bit further, the core of winds a little bit further to the southeast. That is giving some near-term shear. As you look off, though, toward the northwest, decreasing winds as we get closer to an area of high pressure. And at 925, just, well-defined circulation at this level and pretty light winds. You can see just the troughing, the sharpest turning here, extending up toward Hainan and northern Vietnam. Shear analysis over the system itself. Shear is decreasing. It is, as it continues off to the northwest, just expect continued decreasing. Fair conditions. As we get closer to the land, though, the shear is starting to increase again. And then here's our 9 Zulu current conditions over at Puerto Princesa. 29.3 degrees Celsius. It's mostly cloudy with some isolated showers in the area. Winds are out of the south at 6 knots. Pressure again down at 1005.4 or 29.69 inches. Of course, you can get all this and more analysis for the Western Pacific at westernpacificweather.com, or follow along on Twitter and Facebook. You can also join in on the global tropical discussion at storm2k.org. Follow me at Twitter at Senior Pepper to get updates between the videos. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day and take care.